Well, it's showtime. Tuesday, short day for me because I have to teach a little bit before noon. So I'll be here about an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. That's better than nothing. For all you guys can't get enough of me. Anyway, today's the last day of All Star Comics Kickstarter campaign, and they're doing real well. So you might want to get over there. I've got a variant cover as one of the features. So it's the last day to get in on it. So yesterday, I was working on this right here. And today I'm gonna be working on this. So when I get finished with this, if I get finished with that, it's all depends. So now let me see. I have decided to go into the shadow. Okay, I don't have much to do. All I have to do is the shadow part. I think I just I like that. Let me see. Yeah, it's kind of a cool shadow color. That'll be all right. So maybe that's, hey, I've got everything fixed up. Okay, let's see what I can do. I'll hide myself so you can see what I'm actually up to. I'll, not that, this one. And yeah, there's be some drawing, probably do some drawing today. So let's see what I see finger waves. Fingers down on that side. Ooh. Yeah. What's that? Oh, boy, that's a lot bigger than I thought it was. What am I doing? Okay, multiply opacity. That. Okay. I see fair waves. Okay, a little bit down there. Right there. Okay. Well, this is a lot of fun. I kind of like my little drawing of that little feller there. I'll never see him again. It's one of those little drawings that you do, and you go, oh, that's a nice little drawing. Okay. Keep forgetting to do little things like that, like color that area up between his legs, right over there too, and here. It helps a lot, I think. I'm not incorrect. Okay. Now I just, oh, damn it. Well, I guess I can do this. Yep, like that. So for the shadows. Shadows in the background. Okay, now a shadow line here. Talkie. Huh. Okay. Is there- I'll increase the value of this, the lower the value of this. Kind of separate that a little more from next to it. Well, you know, it'll be done. Bang! Almost done. Amazing how fast these things go. Ah, little arthritis. Oh, stop it. They have to do a little bit of drawing down there on that ground and everything, but that's all right. Okay, that's about that. A little stuff down here, I think. Oh boy, my wife left the washer on. Now it's more noisy than you can handle. She does that occasionally. It's uneven. Oh boy. So got all types of noise. Forgive the racket. It's not a construction zone. There are worse things. Dee. Let me see that. What's that look like? Looks like a page to me. Yep, looks like a page to me. Okay, save that sucker. Probably should save as on my computer. Be ready for Illustrator. Yep, page 103. TIFF. I know that. Okay. Okay, got that page. So let's go on to this one, which I'm going to have to name. Save as. Save to the cloud right now is page 104. Wait a second, did I just do page 104? Just did page 103, didn't I? Okay. Page 103, yes, page 103. It's page 104. I'm not losing my mind. I got a shaky grip on reality. Okay, Shift F5. I love it. I love it. I love it. The white there so I can do some racing if I want to. So I'm gonna take that and that. Make this the border and mask out my. Oh, stop it! Mask out my. Okay, white F5. It's not that. No, I don't want that. Stop it. Turn off voiceover. I don't need that. Yep. Shift F5. Okay, that's what I needed. And well, do a little bit closer to that, maybe over a bit, and just yeah, that's good. Well, I was complimenting a work by my buddy Rick Barry, in which he was doing something that was a little more like what you see in comic books or children's books than his usual fare, which surrealist fantasy world. I was musing how, boy, it'd be nice if we could do a project together, but that's not going to happen. He's way too busy for a nobody like me. But it did inspire me that I should do my own thing. I've got a gob of stories besides Blue Boy Brown. I've been writing these things just on my lonesome for a good dozen years or so. So I think what I might do is I might do what I was wishing I could do with Rick and do it myself and publish it myself, just like I'm going to publish this thing through Afternoon Comics. Why not? If Rick wants to get on board, well, Rick's always welcome on board. And let's show you Afternoon Comics. There's Afternoon Comics. And I use Rick's little blurb he gave me permission to use. David Greg Taylor's story consciousness has matured into real saga. Rick Barry, Spectrum Award-winning illustrator, 150 years time span of comic event. See? Okay. So that's what I would do. I would just use the imprimatur of Afternoon Comics to print the book, which would be like a trade paperback or something, heavily illustrated, because that's where I'm coming from. Heavy illustration. Heavy illustration. I can have both, best of both worlds. I can have my illustrations and my writing. Got some cool stories. Okay, get rid of that line there. Okay, got rid of that line there. A little bit line there, but let's bring that over. Over a little bit. Okay. So now we got my border. A bit of no, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna use my eraser tool for that line. There, over to here to there, everywhere. What's that? Oh, okay. There. Do some drawing on this. Some of this not finished. Okay. Now, at this point, I change modes to grayscale so that I can turn this pencil drawing into an ink drawing. I'm not the first to do it. It's been written about all types of people, so I'm not claiming anything. That's just what I'm doing. Okay. Then we bring it back over into CMYK. Don't flatten it again. Yeah, I know. And then I'm going to draw on this thing. Okay. Okay. Actually, let's clean it up a bit. It's got some messy things going on in it because I'm a messy person. What I'm having to do here. Where's my spot healing spot? Oh, that's what I'm just this down here. Do da do da do do da do da do. Oh, look at this. Well, that's what I was trying to do. Oh, I can actually just do this. Yeah. Just clean up some of that sketchy stuff that I did. I was laying this out. Probably should really work on this. Yeah, this is the one that's kind of messy. I know it's black. That's no way. This up. Well, whole thing. I should probably just do this in short strokes. So my friends at All Star Comic which you can see down at in the banner. This is their last day of their Kickstarter campaign. You should go over and get in on that because it's a really good book, and it's going to have many iterations. It's not just going to be, what's this? What happened here? Must not have put this in here. Right. Okay. Anyway, their last day. This is going to be more than just one issue. It has a really good. I have an idea of what's going to happen in the future in it. So it's not just this one-shot comic. It's going to have a history. It's going to be cool. And you should get in on the first level. Help these guys realize their dream. It's a really good one. What happened here? I bet I only did. No, I couldn't have. I couldn't have just done my border only on my color level or something or other. I don't know. Pretty stupid. Oh, me? Okay. Do it again. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, now look at it. Dang. Okay, a little bit better. So help these guys realize their dream. Ah! I did it! Ah! Guys are in Hungary. They're connected to one of the guys working on it is connected to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the colorist. So they got pedigrees, guys. The illustrator is from the Joe Kubert School of comic art, and he's good. And the writer's good, and the colorists are good. Good. Lots of mainstream artists, mainstream comic artists who've contributed variant covers. I did. I'm not exactly mainstream, never have been, never will be. But they're good, and it's going to be a fun thing to watch as these guys really establish their niche in the history of comics, which I'm going to dig watching because they're super nice guys, super good guys. Okay, now I have to do a little drawing on this. Doesn't make how sloppy. Yeah, I was gonna kind of build this in. My feet. this digital brush does come off as if you were inking it with a really wide sable brush. It's kind of weird. It's a good weird though. And we got to just do that. Yeah, that's a little better. Whoops, that's bad. Got to turn that thing. Okay. Uh, let's do a little bit of feathering of those lines. Maybe. Hope I'm not hearing thunder in the background because my dog hates thunder. He gets real upset when there's thunder. We're looking at the phone. Yeah, there's nothing like being involved in a project where you know no matter what happens, it's going to be cool. Radar. Do I see anything? Nope. No railroad tracks nearby. 87 degrees. High is going to be 93 today. That's not too bad. Well, it's not too good, but it's not too bad. Okay. Now, play around here. Almost invariably use these lower right to upper left diagonal hatching lines. I'm a lefty, so that's a natural thing for me. I have spent an incredible amount of time setting this whole dang thing up. Setting up the drama of this story without it being like some kind of blockbuster summer thing where it's an understated drama. It does have its, points of conflict and things like that. I kind of like to kind of build things up before you know it, something's happened. So I have to admit that's why I worked so hard all those years doing those little stories that I have in my little drawer, waiting for that little project that I fantasized about with Rick, which is not possible with him because he's way too much in demand. Everybody wants to work with this guy, so maybe someday, but I don't blame him because this guy can draw probably as good as anybody else alive. Really. It's probably just a natural draftsman, just can draw and paint, and oh man, this guy's good. He's really on, and it's the juices are flowing. It's a beautiful thing. So I just do my own thing, and maybe someday. I got to hang out with my Hungarian friends on Friday, and I had read this somewhere, but I had forgotten it completely. That my idol in comic art, Alex Toth, was Hungarian. His parents were immigrants from Hungary. And I don't go with this crap where immigrants are a big problem or anything. Immigrants are a part of life. People move around. My wife's an immigrant. Hey, what I'd done without her. The world's a better place because she's here. And she's done a lot of good in her life, especially with children when she's a teacher. Boy, I mentioned in this broadcast I had with my Hungarian friends, Elon Kovacs and Steve Fabian. But I learned how to read because I was so crazy about Alex Toth's Zorro. And his Zorro, his comic book version of Zorro, which was put out by Dell Comics, was better than the Disney version. It was emulating. He was doing a better job than Disney was. When Disney Plus came on, I subscribed for a couple of months, and mainly wanted to see Zorro. I remember it as a 5-6-year-old or something like that, 4-year-old. I got my first Zorro comic, I think, in 1957, 58. I was 4 or 5 years old, and I started reading about that time because I wanted to, it was too difficult to figure out what those letters meant. And I mentioned to these guys that Toth is the only artist I've ever known who made reading romance comics interesting. Romance comics, there's kind of, same damn thing going on. It's like turn on Telemundo or Univision and watching a novela. You know what's going to happen. But man, he just drew so beautifully. I didn't care what happened. I just wanted to read. I didn't read his romance comics till later on when I was found this archive of his work, some Brazilian site, and started reading that stuff. Boy, it's good stuff. So many great cartoonists back then, comic artists, during the Silver Age, and especially the Silver Age. Though in comic strips, there was always some really Biff Bang Boom artists like Al Foster and Alex Raymond, Bill Kniff, Noel Sickles. Steve mentioned during our broadcast that one of his teachers was the strip artist for the comic strip Dondi, which I remember very well. It's very well drawn. So he got tutored by some really artists. This guy was the guy who did the first Green Lantern comics back in the 40s. I didn't know the illustrator of Dondi was also the guy who created Green Lantern, the one with the red cape or green cape, carried the lantern and stuff like that. Had yellow hair, and I forgot his name. So that's a little better than it was. Yep, now go do the one right below it because I did that last night. I had a blank spot there for months. I don't know why, but I did. So I'm going to have to fix these guys up because they're kind of simple. So it was really cool to find out that this is a Hungarian connection to he's one of the maybe 3 or 4 comic artists that I just dote on. I discovered him before I discovered Kurt Swan. Who I loved for a long, long, long time. Though he has in my opinion at least, he has a high point in his career, which is during the 50s and early 60s. That was when he was just like phenomenal. He was also doing the Daily Strip for Superman, which I kind of need to get all that in those collections you get on Amazon or Bud Plant or something like that. Got all the Sunday dailies. Got it right here, Superman Sunday Classics from 39 to 43. I've got those in hardcover. That's all Joe Shuster. It's kind of confusing right here. This guy is doing the pointing. This guy's holding a little flask of spirits. This is before Prohibition, so it's nice. I figured finally found a brush that goes perfectly with my faux inks in pencil. They look like they belong together. That's good. That doesn't look good. Uh, it's weird that in my golden years I go back to doing what I was doing as a kid. And it's nice that in my golden years, this little industry, the comics world, has been transformed by the digital revolution into a form that people who are not corporate types, people like me, can build their own thing, especially if they're not terribly concerned about becoming rich, which I'm not. I don't have any stockholders to impress or to do anything for, so I do what I please. That'll be fun. It'll just do this, and whatever level it works on, I'm going to be immeasurably happy. Oh boy, I've only got like 15 minutes to go, so let me set this up. This is layer one. I always call it layer one. And I'll just leave that background. I like that background. Okay, this, okay. I'll just do 1, 2, 3. Okay, color. Tone. Shadow. I always call this shadow 2. Sometimes I like to do that. And then here in the watercolor layer, I'll copy that. And then right above tone, I will base that sucker. Now I got my, now make sure that I'm in CMYK so I can do my tonal layer. Come on. Oh. Tonal layer, color. That's the color I like. And I gotta make sure it's in multiply. I gotta do all these things as multiply. Oh, good. Now I'm a happy old man. So, now, let's, you can see this is the country, and we're going to have ourselves a jug full. Let's get out a little bit of a cup and partake of some what is commonly referred to as white lightning, which back then was not illegal. You can Make your own booze. Oh, I see. I see. I boo-booed that up. Oh, see, I got to figure that one out. Okay. I don't know how I did not do that right, but I didn't. Okay. Okay. Right. Dadgummit, I just never get. I can never release the dadgum thing without quivering over to something or other. Okay, like, thanks for reminding me. Okay, now white over a little bit. Again. Okay. Okay. Over here, got a little bit of. As you can see, Grandpa is not a teetotaler. Exposure. How about 90, 100%? No, 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 no. Okay. I was going to just leave that like that. Not hurt nobody. Okay. So let me see. I'm going to mess around with my tones. Reprinted. Oh, here it is. I reprinted the script. Page 100 all the way up to page 143. All the way up to 146. Yeah. I got it. 46. Yeah. And my script here all the way up to page 146. I'm expanding a little bit. Then I think I decided to do that. There's my. There it is. Need to staple this thing. I have it on the cloud, so I don't have to worry about losing it. Good. So what's it set? Page 104? I'm not going to tell you what's on page 104, but I'm going to look this up. Okay, I think I did some changes when I actually got to the comic, which is not unusual for me, but I know what I'm doing. I need to do a little drawing here because I didn't really do the setup for those. Yeah, it's always drawing to do. I probably should do that drawing right now. Okay. Oh wait, let's get to the point where I'm gonna have to get out of here. But I think I've done a pretty good job today. That's not too bad. Okay, something I didn't do before, which is trusty bones. My friend Milan posted my variant cover this morning. I saw it, I think, before I got out of bed. Said some real nice things about me, so thank you, Milan. But I was able to do that. I hope it helps in some little way. It's cool to be associated with a nifty project, which but all you can hope for in this world is to be involved with nifty stuff. Okay, I should do it over here too. I'm in the tone layer. I am so stupid. Yeah, I gotta undo those. The layer, this layer, okay. Yeah, that's not like. I'll do a better job this time. Here. Hi-di-di-di-di. Okay. Oh, there's So go. Oh, I don't have much time left. I got plenty of time tomorrow to finish all this up. What I just did. Okay, I'm done. Save this thing. Any more time today? So I will be back tomorrow. Make sure you go over to allstarcomic.com. It'll take you straight to Kickstarter. You can get involved in this really cool thing. It's going to morph into something that everybody's going to love. And I'll be back tomorrow. Here we are, Blue Boy Brown, Adventures of a Family. On and on we go. Those out there tipping a jug. Get some pickup.